Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Peacock TV spoilers, we have been tracking this specific storyline for weeks, and the Thursday, July 16th episode is going to absolutely blow your minds. Let us start with Marlena Evans. Marlena Evans is deeply concerned about Rachel Black. Rachel Black is currently residing at Bayview, receiving intense psychiatric treatment. But there is growing talk about Rachel Black getting out of Bayview way too soon. Marlena Evans knows exactly what happens when a fragile patient leaves a mental health facility before Rachel Black is truly ready to face the real world. Marlena Evans is specifically worried about the immense grief Rachel Black is experiencing over Sophia Choi. Sophia Choi is presumed dead, and Rachel Black is completely devastated because Sophia Choi was the only friend Rachel Black had left. But here is the absolute kicker. Marlena Evans does not even know the darkest, most twisted part of this secret. Kristen DiMera is the exact person who murdered Sophia Choi. Kristen DiMera smashed Sophia Choi in the head with a rock and threw the lifeless body of Sophia Choi into the Salem River. Can you believe it? Kristen DiMera is sitting in Bayview, holding the hand of Rachel Black and comforting Rachel Black over a brutal death Kristen DiMera intentionally caused. This horrifying situation reminds me exactly of what Stefano DiMera did back in the day. Stefano DiMera used to orchestrate massive, town-wide tragedies, and then Stefano DiMera would play the comforting, benevolent father figure to the very victims Stefano DiMera created. Kristen DiMera is acting exactly like Stefano DiMera right now. I personally believe Marlena Evans subconsciously senses the pure evil radiating off Kristen DiMera. Marlena Evans survived decades of psychological torture, kidnappings, and mind control from Stefano DiMera and Kristen DiMera. Marlena Evans knows deep down that Kristen DiMera is actively poisoning the fragile mind of Rachel Black. If you ask me, releasing Rachel Black from Bayview right now is a huge mistake because Rachel Black is going to turn into a miniature, highly destructive version of Kristen DiMera. Brady Black needs to step up immediately and take full sole custody of Rachel Black, or Brady Black is going to lose Rachel Black to the DiMera dark side forever. Let's be real for a second. Here is the Peacock TV spoilers hot take for the day, and this might make some of you angry. Rachel Black is already a lost cause. Rachel Black possesses way too much of the toxic DNA of Kristen DiMera. Rachel Black absolutely idolizes Kristen DiMera, and once Rachel Black inevitably finds out Kristen DiMera brutally murdered Sophia Choi, Rachel Black might not even care. Rachel Black might actually help Kristen DiMera cover up the murder of Sophia Choi to protect Kristen DiMera. That is crazy. But that is the terrifying reality of raising a child around Kristen DiMera. Moving on to another massive DiMera family crisis. Lexie Carver is going to completely stun Kristen DiMera in the upcoming episode. We all know Lexie Carver is facing a rapid, terrifying health decline. The experimental Versavic serum, created by Dr. Wilhelm Rolf, is officially failing. Lexie Carver is dying all over again, and the tragedy is tearing Abe Carver and Theo Carver apart. Lexie Carver is going to pull Kristen DiMera aside, and Lexie Carver is going to drop the devastating bombshell that Lexie Carver is sick again. Why would Lexie Carver tell Kristen DiMera this highly sensitive medical information? Lexie Carver knows Kristen DiMera is actively plotting a vicious war against E.J. DiMera. Kristen DiMera is even targeting Sydney DiMera, the innocent daughter of E.J. DiMera, and Sammy Brady. Lexie Carver desperately wants to remind Kristen DiMera that life is far too short for this toxic, endless sibling war. Lexie Carver is trying to use this impending tragic death to force Kristen DiMera to find some hidden shred of humanity. But let us look at the history here. Kristen DiMera does not have any humanity left. When Lexie Carver originally died from a brain tumor years ago, the entire town of Salem mourned Lexie Carver. Now, E.J. DiMera has played God by forcing Dr. Wilhelm Rolf to resurrect Lexie Carver, only to subject Lexie Carver to a second agonizing death. Abe Carver is currently raging at E.J. DiMera, violently kicking E.J. DiMera out of the hospital room of Lexie Carver. Lexie Carver hopes the tragic fate of Lexie Carver will stop the DiMera family from destroying each other. But Peacock TV Spoilers predicts Kristen DiMera will just use the weakness of Lexie Carver as another distraction to execute the sinister plans of Kristen DiMera against E.J. DiMera and Sydney DiMera. Meanwhile, over at Salem University Hospital, Sarah Horton is beyond frustrated. Sarah Horton finally breaks down and opens up to Brady Black about the absolute professional and personal nightmare Sarah Horton is facing. Sarah Horton is relentlessly investigating the tainted Coracil drugs that tragically killed Destiny and poisoned Holly Jonas. E.J. DiMera is the ruthless CEO of DiMera Enterprises, and E.J. DiMera is using all available corporate power to cover up the scandal. E.J. DiMera is even preparing to officially fire Sarah Horton to keep Sarah Horton quiet. Sarah Horton is also deeply struggling with the arsenic poisoning of Holly Jonas. E.J. DiMera maliciously planted an arsenic pill to make the poisoning of Holly Jonas look like a tragic accident caused by Holly Jonas willingly taking Coracil. E.J. DiMera framed Holly Jonas to protect the stock prices of DiMera Enterprises. Brady Black is aggressively stepping up to help Sarah Horton fight back against E.J. DiMera. Brady Black and Sarah Horton are getting incredibly close while investigating E.J. DiMera and the Coracil cover-up. In fact, our inside sources say Brady Black and Sarah Horton are going to swap declarations of love very soon. Amazing! But is this real, lasting love, or is this just intense trauma bonding? Brady Black has a massive, highly documented history of falling desperately in love with women in severe crisis. Just look at the disastrous romantic history Brady Black shares with Chloe Lane, Nicole Walker, and Kristen DiMera. Brady Black absolutely loves to play the shining knight hero. Sarah Horton is extremely vulnerable right now because Xander Cook-Kyriakis is currently sleeping with Gwen Rischek and Kristen DiMera. Sarah Horton desperately needs a safe harbor, and Brady Black is eagerly providing that safe harbor. But Peacock TV Spoilers predicts this sudden romance between Brady Black and Sarah Horton will crash and burn the exact moment Sarah Horton realizes Brady Black is just using Sarah Horton as a psychological distraction from the lingering obsession Brady Black has with Kristen DiMera. Finally, let us talk about the most complicated, dangerous dynamic in Salem right now. Kat Green is suddenly seeing E.J. DiMera in a completely new, highly emotional light. Kat Green is a highly trained ISA agent secretly working with Rafe Hernandez to build a massive federal case and permanently take down E.J. DiMera. Kat Green is supposed to be immune to the charm of E.J. DiMera. But Kat Green is suddenly becoming completely overwhelmed by surprising, intimate memories from the time Kat Green spent with E.J. DiMera in an Italian rehabilitation clinic. Kat Green vividly remembers reading the novel Wuthering Heights to E.J. DiMera while E.J. DiMera was trapped in a deep coma. Kat Green is developing legit, undeniable romantic feelings for E.J. DiMera. That is crazy. How can a brilliant ISA agent like Kat Green fall for a ruthless monster like E.J. DiMera? E.J. DiMera is currently framing Holly Jonas, destroying the career of Sarah Horton, and letting dangerous, tainted drugs flood the innocent streets of Salem. But Kat Green does not see the ruthless CEO of DiMera Enterprises. Kat Green only sees the vulnerable, broken man from the Italian clinic. Will Kat Green reject these legit feelings and complete the ISA mission? I personally believe Kat Green is going to completely betray the ISA. Kat Green is going to actively sabotage the federal investigation of Rafe Hernandez to protect E.J. DiMera from going to federal prison. We have seen this exact scenario happen so many times in Salem history. Think back to when Hope Brady fell for Ben Weston, or when Eve Donovan fell for J.J. Devereaux. Salem is full of strong women who completely compromise personal morals for dangerous bad boys. E.J. DiMera is going to recognize the romantic feelings of Kat Green. E.J. DiMera is going to manipulate Kat Green, and Kat Green is going to fall right into the manipulative trap of E.J. DiMera. Andrew Donovan already warned Kat Green that this undercover mission was far too dangerous, but Kat Green refused to listen to Andrew Donovan. Now, Kat Green is going to pay the ultimate price for underestimating E.J. DiMera. The drama in Salem is absolutely explosive right now, and we cannot wait to see how these massive plots unfold over the next few weeks. Will Marlena Evans finally figure out that Kristen DiMera brutally killed Sophia Choi? Will Lexie Carver miraculously survive the devastating failure of the serum created by Dr. Wilhelm Rolf? And will Kat Green throw away the entire ISA career of Kat Green just to protect E.J. DiMera? We want to hear from you, the fans. Do you think Brady Black and Sarah Horton actually have a real future together? Or is Brady Black making another massive romantic mistake? Drop your wildest theories in the comments section below. And do not forget to smash that subscribe button to join the Peacock TV Spoilers community for more deep dives and daily updates.